Let me get a thumbnail going. We are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, welcome. This is Judas ASMR in the flesh. If it feels like I'm looking off camera, it's because I'm looking at the viewfinder because I'm not used to being on camera. So I'm making sure I'm staying in frame. Yeah, welcome everybody. We finally have I'm using my iPhone camera as my camera of choice. I am using my MacBook to record this, and whatever this funky black background is, we're using that too. Okay. But hey, we're here. I'm in the flesh. It's nice to be seen. It's nice to be seen. Fun fact that I want to tell you guys all about. I am normally not a person who likes to be on camera, but hey, I've been enjoying this whole YouTube gig and I've been having a good time with it. So we are going to make some videos. Boom, 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 pow, 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 pow. We're gonna make some videos. I can like interact with the camera now. This is kind of cool. I kind of like this. I don't know. Anyways, how's everyone doing? I had zero plan when I started recording this, so we're just gonna. I like dancing. You're gonna see a lot of dancing in these videos. Oh my gosh, what did I want to talk about? Gee Willikers, I was not ready for this. This is finally my time on the big stage and I'm blowing it. So, I'm so, I'm so non-serious as an individual. Does anybody else feel that way? Like, do they feel like they're such a non-serious person that sometimes it's hard to be serious? I almost like made that weird sound that was going to be too loud. Um, I can see it. I can see it on the freaking view. I can see it on the freaking thing. It almost you can't see what I'm looking at right now, but I'm looking at the audio levels. And it almost went into the red. It was like this close. So I need to calm down. I need to calm down. I need to relax. I'm gonna ruin this video. It's not gonna be very ASMR-y, and nobody's gonna want to watch these. So I don't know if like the black background is very like soothing or like ASMR-y, but we're gonna go with it for now. I believe that I can make that whatever I want it to be, and so I might try to find like a picture of like me at a waterfall, me in Hawaii or something, like dancing. I don't know. I'm gonna put something back there that's more soothing. Maybe like I can put some cool like stars and stuff, right? I would also like to find a cool way to make myself like darker, if that makes sense. Because I don't know if this is, I can literally change this on the fly. I don't know why I looked at the microphone. I can literally change this on the fly. Watch this. Maybe I can. I don't know. We're gonna see. Stick with me for a second. Not that one. Oh my gosh. Okay, that just made it brighter. So we're not gonna do that actually. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to make me so I'm not so bright. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna mess with it. But yeah, I'm just happy to be seen. Happy to be seen. I'm happy to be on camera. Again, I'm normally not the type of person who likes to be on camera like ever. But we're here. Yeah. We're here. We're living to the fullest. Once this video is done recording, I'm not gonna think about it too much. I'm just gonna rip it and ship it. You know what I'm saying? That's what that means. That means rip it and ship it. Because if I think about it too much, I won't want to post it. So we can't think about it too much, right? Yeah, I don't know. It feels weird. I don't know, man. What are we gonna talk about? I feel like how people who do stand up feel. Like they're on the stage with their microphone and it's just like you just have to perform, you know? I didn't have to do that. I could have easily made something like a script or something to talk about, but we're already here, so we're gonna keep it rolling. Let me think about something. Let me think if there's anything recently that happened. Oh, I thought that sound was too loud. I naturally, I think, make a lot of I naturally make a lot of mouth sounds. I had like a stroke there. I don't know what happened. This sucks. This is gonna be a horrible ASMR video. Nobody's gonna want to watch. I'm supposed to be helping you guys sleep, right? I'm supposed to be helping you guys sleep, and we're making jokes and being dumb. Um, Military. I am technically a veteran. I don't really like calling myself a veteran because like I didn't fight like a war or anything, you know what I mean? But I did serve 6 years in the military. The end of my contract actually just happened on, I'm trying to find the date, give me a second. On November 14th, 6 years ago, from November 14th, I joined the military. And I would like to make like a full video where I can kind of talk about, that could be like a yap video where I just talk about like the military and things like that. But for right now, I'll give you the cliff notes. There was a lot of good. There was also a lot of bad. And I'm not here to convince anybody to or to not join the military. I think it's more about just making people aware of what that experience is like, right? Because it's going to be different for everybody. So, like, don't only listen to a person who only has good things to say, and don't only listen to a person like me who probably has more bad things to say. I think all in all, there is very much a type of mindset that older people have. And as we get older and older, it becomes this mindset of, oh, like, the younger generation sucks. That's kind of what they think about us sometimes. And I understand, that people who are older, it's easy to look at everything from like your perspective, right? Like how my generation, we look at the people younger than us. We look at the people younger than us, and it makes us be like, oh, those guys suck. Those guys stink. So I get it from that perspective, because every generation does it, right? But I just think it's one of those things where when the majority of the people who are in the military are older individuals, and you're constantly surrounded by that mindset, it's just not fun to be around, right? And the military also can be a very hard job. I did 9 months in Saudi Arabia, and being in a place that gets to 120 degrees Fahrenheit and then having to wear a full uniform and like run around and do things all day, I'm sure you can imagine it's not super fun, right? But I did it, I got through it and it was fine. I wouldn't even say that my experience, on that deployment was like a reason I wanted to get out or anything. I think it was just, it was the people. It was the experience of the people. It was the mindsets. It was how people thought. So it was the people. It wasn't the job. It wasn't, I think that's interesting because I think that's most things, is that in most situations, like any job you can think of, like I've worked at Walmart, I've worked at McDonald's, I've worked at like ice cream places, I've worked at offices, I've worked everywhere, I've worked at warehouses. If it's a job that exists, I've probably done it before. And I feel like it's just one of those things where it's 9 times out of 10 gonna be the people, right? It's gonna be the people. So yeah, that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles, I guess. Or yeah, I don't know. I thought I got that wrong, but yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. And I got really unlucky with the people that I was surrounded by a lot. So it was time for me to hit the road, Jack. Um, but yeah, so I guess a good way to kind of end this video is if you are a person who is interested in joining the military, I would go down this checklist first, okay? So like one, one, yeah, one. Do you have something else like at this exact moment that you really want to do and that you have access to doing? If the answer is yes, go do that thing first. Um, if the answer is no, then I think that's a better time to join the military, because I think the military is great as kind of like kind of a way to open doors for yourself, a way to get some cool experiences. But if you already know what you want to do, like you want to go to school to be like a lawyer or something, or you want to, I don't know, if you want to be a freaking like a stress pincher or something like that. You pinch people's stress away. If you know what you want to do, then go do it. But if you don't know what you want to do, you feel lost. You feel like you don't have purpose as a young person, because I am young. I know what that feels like. Then go join the military. Go check it out. Go see what it's all about. Right? Because I think that it can be a great way to open doors for yourself. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too deep into it. I'll make a video someday about like military stuff if people want to know. If people want some good information about it and stuff like that. But that's I've just been talking about absolutely nothing this entire time. So yeah, I just wanted to test this out more than anything, and see how this kind of works, I guess. But yeah, here we are. We are real people that exist in the real world. But yeah, this has been Judas ASMR, and that's it for me. I'm gonna let it lie here, right? I'm sure we will use this technique again. I would like to find an image to put behind me that's maybe more tingly. That gives off more of like an ASMR vibe. But this is what we got for it. So yeah, see you later. You guys stay safe.